Good afternoon, friends. I express my sense of gratitude to all my participant friends, my dear students. Best wishes for your best preparation for your examination. Respected all my well wishers, I express my sense of gratitude to the concerned Google authority. Today I haven't placed any diagram or photograph here. Still always I am searching Google for the drawings and diagrams as well as photograph. Considering the nature of contents, still I express my sense of gratitude to Google authority. I express my sense of gratitude to the technical support hands, my family members who are always helping me to continue the classes from my own residence because of the lockdown phase. Revered teacher friends, dearest participants, my dear students, if you have any question, you please write to my mail ID, or you please help me get your question or questions with the help of my WhatsApp numbers which have been given here. Friends, respected well-wishers, revered teachers, dear students, for your repetition of the classes, you may be advised by myself to check my college website or our college website, that is www.bacollege.ac.in. There is one most important part, that is e-resource part or e-resource learning. You can check there. Let us come back to this. Let us go back to the first slide. On 5th July, we had the second class relating to this most important paper of 4th semester students of major. At the same time, all the general course students and the students of all streams who are to study environmental education as their core paper. We had many classes on this topic, but on the second part of the paper, that is population education, we had up till now 2 classes. I attended the second class on 5th July 2020, and today this is the third class on the specific area, and this is YouTube number class 49, altogether covering different subject areas. Considering the requirements of the participant friends, continuously 49 classes are being conducted. On today's classes, let us go back to the next slide. Meaning and definition of population education. This is the second part of this important paper. And for understanding environmental education, we have to understand population education. Because if any problem which is being created or which has been, pressurizing the natural quality of the environment is nothing but the number of people or the population or the numbers. Friends, population education, the basic concern of this is, population education means understanding concerning to the problems which are being created by the increasing number of people in different parts of the globe. So friends, population education is an education which helps to understand the pressure of population explosion over the natural quality of nature. And population education is such an area with the help of understanding, with the help of proper understanding or thorough understanding, we can understand the importance of preserving the natural balance of nature. We are to discuss this class today. Directly we should better go because this is technically transacted class and we do not get much more time. Meaning and definition of population education, we are to discuss this today. And for this, I must have to read the contents of the slide as it is necessary to understand the importance of the meaning on the necessity of population education for the realization of the panic caused by the problems of increasing population. Generally, population education is erroneously explained and interpreted as family planning or sex education. In general, people say that it is the education relating to family planning or population education is the education concerning to the specifications or specialties of sex. It is the general assumption of general people. Although population education includes various subject matters of birth control and family planning, the meaning of population education, that is the education no meaning of population education is neither education of birth control nor education of family planning. That should be, friends. Meaning of the education means population education. Meaning of population education, instead of the you should write population, is neither education of birth control nor education of family planning. Besides, population education cannot be considered as a special program to attract people towards some particular concepts like nucleus family system, means small family system, etc. On the other hand, the main objective of this education is to make everybody cognizant about the effect of population explosion upon human life and environment. So friends, though people basically assess that population education is nothing but it is an education concerning to family planning, at the same time some people are of the opinion that population education is education concerning to sex or understanding of different issues and areas of sex education. But it is not like that. Though population education encompasses most of the subject matters of family planning, at the same time sex education, it is such kind of education with the help of which we can understand the pressure of the increasing number of our nation, at the same time on the quality parameter of human life, at the same time offer the balance and discipline social order of human society. Let us go back to the next slide. In simple words, population education is that which gives knowledge about the need and logical process of birth control with the help of systematic knowledge about the effect of speedy population growth upon environment and life process. Population education efforts to make all alert and conscious about the unexpected changes and problems that occur in total surrounding due to increasing rate of population. Its main objective is to make every individual attentive and conscious about how the awful outcome of population caused problems could affect and endanger the quality of life and environment. Friends, population education is a holistic concept which covers or which includes the contents of family planning, at the same time which includes the contents of sex education, and it covers all the parameters of human lifestyles and living, at the same time the issues and aspects of the environment or the surrounding where we are existing or living life. At the same time, it includes the quality parameter or standard aspect of human living or human life. So friends, it's a holistic concept with the help of which we can understand the problem which is being created by the increasing number over the surrounding where we people are living. At the same time, you see, on the socio-cultural values and ethics, at the same time the economy of the country, the political exercises, the human bindings and communication, and all aspects of human life, at the same time society or social order, all are being included by the concept of population education. Let us go back to this. Next. According to the specialist related to population problems, with the help of which process the students can source and discover the interaction between environment and population, can understand the nature and meaning of such process, can innovate the way of population control by realizing the causes of population science, and can determine the effect of population growth on biotic, ecological and social process on local, national and international level, is called population education in an wider sense. So friends, how the increasing number has been impacting, or you see, has been influencing the biotic situation, biotic parameter, the ecological parameter and social process in local, at the same time universal or national as well as international parameter. These are most important, you see, points which are being covered by the concept of population education. It is such a process which, with the help of which the systematic knowledge about the interlinking between population and the total environment, including creatures and plants, can be acquired. In simple view, population education is such a process with the help of which the knowledge about the process of developing quality of life by establishing an intimate human relationship with own situation can be acquired without causing negative effect on the environment. So friends, without understanding the pressure of the increasing number over the surrounding where we are living, we never can understand the basic concept of environmental education. So friends, population education is such an education with the help of which we can understand the concept of environmental education and realize the significance of protecting the balance of nature. Let us go back to the next one. In a national seminar held in 1969 in Bombay, now Mumbai, organized by the NCERT, National Council of Educational Research and Training, on population education, it is said that the objective of population education should be to enable the students to realize the fact that the size of family can be controlled and it is in our own hand. This education should also enable the students to understand it that the limitation of population can make the development equal or similar of national life easier, and small family can contribute to the life process of the family. So friends, you see, value parameter of life, at the same time the standard of living, the balance of nature, the discipline of society, with all these, the issue of increasing number has spatial connectivity, and that's why population education is a holistic concept. It is a total concept which includes all the most important aspects and elements of human reproduction or reproductive capabilities, the biotic environment, then ecological balance, the natural environment, the man-made environment, and the activities of man, means the influence of the activities of man over nature. All these are there. Let us go back to the next one. Population education should enable the students to give high regard to the fact that for the protection of family health and for the family development, and also to acquire economic stability of the family, the size of the family should be smaller. It's one of the important objectives is to make the students realize that if such activities are taken, then the development of individual life process and the socio-economic aspect will be better. In comprehensive view, its objective is to impart knowledge about the necessity of being the size of Indian families small and miniature at present and in future, through the realization of students about such important aspects. We are to protect nature because the numbers are gradually increasing. When we are going to cross more than 135 crore. And friends, I help you to see the diagrams and photographs. It is overcrowded now. There is no place at all to, build houses. So, this education is very much important, and with the help of understanding the concept of population education, we can understand the gravity of the problem of increasing the number. Let us see. Let us go back to the earlier slide. Population education should enable the students to give high regard to the fact that for the protection of family health and for family development, and also to acquire economic stability of the family, the size of the family should be smaller. So this I have repeated. It's one of the important, these are very much important, and these are, every word of this slide will help you to understand the concept of population education. So all minute issues of human living, all minute issues of human surrounding, all social parameters, value parameters, lifestyles, living standard, the sources on which this survival of human life has connectivity, these are the subject matters of population education. Let us go back to the next one. In the NCERT seminar which was organized in Mumbai, in this seminar importance has been given on the acquisition of knowledge about the quantity and nature of population by defining population education comprehensively, means extensively. In addition to that, importance has been given on the necessity of population control for happy human life. Population education is considered as the strategy of human resource development. Such education emphasizes on arising expected awareness, value and interest about the quantity and the nature of population increase. Population education should enable the students to take decisions for themselves as well as for others, with the help of acquiring knowledge of cause-effect relationship between the matters related to population. So these are very much important. Let us go back to the next one. In the Asian Regional Seminar of 1970, organized by the UNESCO in Bangkok, it has been said in determining the definition of population education as an educational program which provided for a study of the population situation in the family, community, nation and world for the purpose of developing in the students national and responsible attitudes and behavior towards that situation. So friends, population education helps us to become so much conscious concerning to the problems which are being created by the increasing number. At the same time, its impact of increasing number on lifestyle as well as the parameter or living standard. Let us go back to the next one. Defining population education, Stephen Biederman has said, this is important, an educational process which assists persons, number one, to learn the probable causes and consequences of population phenomena for themselves and their communities, including the world. Number two, to define for themselves and their communities the nature of the problems associated with population process and characteristics. And C, to assess the possible effective means by which the society as a whole, and he means person, or C as an individual can respond to and influence these processes in order to enhance the quality of life now and in the future. So friends, these are the viewpoints of Stephen Biederman, and at the time of understanding or determining the objectives, understanding the concept and specifying the aims of population education, we have to see these things are very much, these three points A, B and C, these are very much important. Let us go back to the next slide. The problem of increasing population has the need of population education. We have had the objectives. Now, why population education? Why it is necessary? The problem of increasing population has become a grand challenge before the mankind. The challenge created by such problem is much greater in the developing countries like India and China. The problem of increasing population has created serious reactions in economic, social, cultural and environmental spheres of the country. If we come back to our country, what has happened? There is heavy pressure on Indian economy or economic system, social parameter, cultural parameter and environmental parameter of the country. Due to the rapid growth of population, the developmental process of the country have troubled in many ways. Problems are there. The basis is the administration has compelled to spend the sanctioned money to fulfill the developmental plans and the solution of the problems caused by population exclusion. In fighting against the problems like population increase, poverty, illiteracy, etc., the government fails to give adequate importance on other aspects of development. Due to such activities, the lives of 276 million or 23.6% people as per the estimation of the World Bank WB 2011, this is the estimation which was made in 2011, of below poverty line have become worse. So friends, population education, the government has become compelled to spend huge amount for solving the problems of the survival of the people who are leading life who are under the poverty line or on the poverty line or leading life in different problems. Let us go back to the next slide. Population wise, India's position is second in the world. China's is first. In comparison to the population of other countries of the world, China, with total population numbering, it is 2020, means 1 crore 43, you see 143 crore, that is 143932776. This is the total number, 143 crore. Approximately going to be 144 crore has occupied the first position. It was on May 11, 2000, India's population reached the figure of 1 billion mark. Now it is more than 135 crore. In March 2001, the population of the country reached the figure of 1027 million. Within this figure, there were 531.3 million males and 495.7 million females. As on 1st January 2020, now see the total number of population reached to 138, means it is going to be more than 138 crore. Sex ratio of India is 108.176, that is 108.176 males per 100 females in 2020. So this is the situation. How you see numbers are increasing. What is the position of China and what is the position of India? Let us go back to the next one. In absolute terms, India has 48.04% female population compared to 51.96% male population in 2020. The figures indicated that there was deficit growth of female population in comparison to males in the country. And you see why it is happening, you can understand so much easily. It may be pointed here that as a developing country, India accounts for a meager 2.4% of world surface area of 13.79 million square kilometers. But it supports more than 16.7% of the world population. Experts are of the opinion that at the present rate of growth, that is 1.313% 2017, this is the data, during India will overtake the most populous country China by 2050. Means in 2050 we will be placed in the first position. So friends, see why population education is so much important for everybody and why we are to be careful in understanding the concept of population education, at the same time its objective, so that we can help the young population or young citizen of the country to become much more conscious at the time of taking judgment for, you see, birth, when they will got married and they will take part in the process of reproduction. So thank you so much for today. These are very much important for your examination too. Means not only for the students of education, but for all students who are studying environmental education at the same time. Students of different categories who are to study population education as well as economic growth, all other issues, they are to study all these important matters so that they can understand the problems which are there in the field of economy. At the same time, society, why values are declining, why disorder is, you see, resulted in its social life, why dehumanization of values are getting so much rapid, why, you see, human relationships are getting so much complex. For understanding all these things, or why problems are there in the field of nature, why natural qualities are declining, why there is more pressure. For understanding all these things, we have to understand the concept of population education, and that's why population education is a holistic concept, and it covers every minute issues of human life at the same time, the natural order where they are existing. So thank you so much for today. In next class, I will discuss the other things. Thank you so much.